Hello everyone. So today we are going to start with the chapter Force and Pressure. Remember when an athlete wants to throw a very heavy ball during shot put contest so that it may go as far as possible, he has to push the ball hard. We say that the athlete applies a large force to the ball to make it move through a large distance. When a person wants to draw water from a well, he has to pull the rope attached to the bucket full of water. We again say that the person applies a force to the rope attached to the bucket of water to make it move and come out of the well. And if by chance the sharp heel of a woman's shoe falls on our foot, it hurts our foot too much and produces a lot of pain. We say that the force of woman's weight produces a large pressure on our foot because all her weight falls on a small area of our foot due to sharp heel. It is this large pressure on our foot which hurts the foot. So let us study about this force in detail. So we are going to study in this chapter is firstly introduction to force, effects of force, relationship between force and pressure, and friction. When we want to open a door, we have to push the door handle with our hand. And when we want to close the door, we have to pull the door handle with our hand. This means that to move an object, it has either to be pushed or pulled. A push or pull on an object is called force. The direction in which the object is pushed or pulled is called the direction of force. We open or close a door by applying force. When we push the door to open it, then we apply a force on the door in a direction away from us. And when we pull the door to close it, then we exert a force on the door in a direction towards us. There are also different types of examples in which a combination of push and pull is seen. Like for example, while playing a guitar, sawing wood, scrubbing the floor, or rowing a boat. Forces are used in our everyday actions like pushing, pulling, lifting, stretching, twisting, and pressing. For example, a force is used when we push a football. It is used when we press the switch. It is used when we pull a door. A force is used when we lift a box from the floor. It is used when we stretch a rubber band, when we are pushing a trolley, when we twist a wet cloth to squeeze out water, and is used when we press the brake pedal of the car. Also when we are knocking a nail or while we are launching rocket. So there are so many instances which give us an example that forces are used everywhere. Also like over here, tug of war requires force. Drawing back a bow requires force. Pulling a box, raising a flag, opening the door, all of these instances requires force. Sawing a wood, playing a guitar, scrubbing the floor, rowing a boat. Now, force is due to an interaction. An interaction of one object with another object results in a force between the two objects. In other words, a force arises due to the interaction between two objects. At least two objects must interact with each other for a force to come into play. If there is no interaction between two objects, no force can show its effect. Supposedly, a man is standing behind a stationary car. Since there is no interaction between man and the car, no force acts on the car and hence the car does not move. Now suppose the man pushes the car with his hands due to which the car starts moving. When the man pushes the car, there is an interaction between the man and the car. During this interaction, a force arises which acts on the car and makes it move in the direction of applied force. So please note that the man has to push the car to make it move. Here the two objects which are interacting for the force to come into play and show its effect are the man and the car. In the above example of a stationary car and a man, only man is capable of applying force to the stationary car. What if both the objects are capable of applying a force on each other? Then the interaction between them can be of pushing or pulling. Like for example, if two persons are pushing each other, or on the other hand, a man and the cow are pushing each other. Now they both are interacting, but they are applying force on each other by pulling each other. In the case, man is pulling the cow and the cow is also pulling the man. Now force has magnitude as well as direction. An adult man can apply large force on an object, whereas a child can apply only a small force on an object. This means that a force can be larger or smaller than the other force. The strength of a force is expressed by its magnitude. The magnitude of force is represented in the SI unit of force called Newton. 1 Newton is the force which can make an object of 1 kilogram mass to move at a speed of 1 meter per second. Along with the magnitude of force, the direction in which a force acts is also to be specified. This is because if the magnitude or direction of the applied force changes, the effect produced by force also changes. When two factors or when two forces act on an object, the two cases arise. Either the force acts in the same direction or the forces act on upon the opposite directions.